Hi guys, and I'm just popping on really quick to do a short video, and I'm having trouble with staying connected, so we'll see if this works or not. But I enjoyed Mary's walk around her yard, and I thought I'd share my little um, container garden here at the front. I have the one chili pepper, and then my blackberry lilies that I saved from the mower, and it's got two blooms on it today. It blooms for a day. It's a type of day lily. So, but I'm getting a whole lot more blooms this year. And there's another seed pod. And Isla, I have not forgotten you. I have things started for you. I'm going to send you, see, I've got it right there in that pot. One of these Japanese plants. It gets like that. It gets big. So let me walk closer so you can see that. But it's got a speckled, I'll go up on the shade so you can really see. The leaves on this have yellow dots, and it handles the, if it gets a cool on it, it'll just look like it's died. I mean, it'll look dead. And then the next day when the sun comes out, it just springs back to life. It's like you can't kill this stuff. And there's some fungus growing from all the rain. See it? There used to be a big tree right here on this side of the porch, right there, and it was falling down onto the house, and Adele had it taken down. But now, wherever there's wood rotting, from the roots, you get the fungus comes up. So let's go walking back this way. Hi, Ray. Hi, Where the Book Ends. Hi, Gertie. And I can't remember the name of this. And I ask my sister-in-law every single time, and she tells me one of them's something to do with Elvis. I don't know. It's a hosta in there. But she said, do not plant that in the yard. Leave it in the pot because it'll spread all over, and she doesn't want it everywhere. Because this little house belongs to my sister-in-law. After the blackberry lily that I saved from the mower, I have a couple tomato plants here, and they look absolutely pitiful. I think I need to get some kind of fertilizer. And then I've got a couple marigolds, and that's a toad house, that mushroom right there. But I don't think there's any toad at home. I brought that up from the house. And see, there's some more of that fungus back there. Can you see it? Isn't that cool looking? There's 2 or 3 globs of it back in there. But we've had so much rain, the fungus is like loving it. And then this is 2 different varieties. This one is the Rutgers, the old-timey tomato that Scott's granddaddy used to grow. So I've planted these in pots. They probably could stand some water. This pot here has a flowering almond in it. And I'm keeping it in the pot for when we get a house. Because everywhere we've ever lived, I've planted a flowering almond because it's something my grandma always had in the yard. And it just makes my heart happy to see it. So I have to have one of those. So that's it to my little pot garden. I don't have as many beautiful flowers as Mary. Let's walk over here. This you can smell from ways off. Look at this gardenia. Isn't it stunning? I love, ooh, hello. A bee just landed on my finger and took off. But I love how it starts like that. And it unfurls, and then it gets to be like this. Look at that. And oh, the smell. Oh, it is such a lovely smell. And the pyracanthus back there has bloomed, and it'll have red berries all over it. This is just a nightmare. I've got to come out here and clean. This is the little screened porch that when we first moved up, it had screen on it, and it was such a joy to sit out on. But then my sister-in-law had the place painted, and she pulled all the screen down, which I'm still trying to figure out why, because they didn't even paint the porch. So I don't know. So let's see what we can see. I've been mowing, but this is the little house we live in. It's like 600 square feet, if that. I got Bernadette set up if I decide to put her out. It's gotten kind of hot, but I mow nearly a full acre with that push mower. And I've got it started, but it's so hot right now and I'm just not feeling it anymore. So I'm going to put the mower up and try again in the morning because right now it's too blooming hot. Scott's down in the shop working on something, and that's all the blooms I have. The gardenia is blooming. Oh, this bush, the bushes back there, I trimmed those late, so they're not blooming yet. But their sister down here on the corner is blooming, and the bees love this stuff. I do have some gladiolus with the spires coming up to bloom. But this thing here, the bees and the hummingbirds adore this stuff. I don't know what it's called. Here comes a big old bumblebee up. Scott said he could have taught the workshop. It's an odd little beetle flying along there. But this is just covered. There's a ladybug right in there. There's a beetle or a bee. Something. All the bugs love this stuff. This stuff right here is like the human torture device nightmare. It has thorns along the stem, so when you pull it free, if it comes back and smacks you in the leg, it'll cut you just like you've been scratched by a cat. And it's all up on the screen over there. I need to get out here and do some yard work. I need to do that. Get up by 8 o'clock and get out here, probably earlier, but with Scott being on second shift, early mornings just don't do. This is that Japanese, that I can't remember the full name, but it's a Japanese such and such. And there's some more of that cool fungus. So there's our little teeny front porch. No room for a swing on our front porch, I'm afraid. Yeah, and they kept passing around samples, and Scott said, "I'm good. I can see it in your hand." He wouldn't touch anything. Um, we're in a hot spot right here in the Greenville area, and everybody's acting like it's over. You know, they've removed everything, but it they want to get the economy going. They don't care about human life. So the limitations are still very much need to stay in place, you know, personal distancing, mask and all that. But nobody's doing that here except for Scott and I and Greg. And Greg asked somebody to please step back some. And they were like, "It's over, man. What are you worried about?" And Greg's like, "It's not over." So I don't know. When you have 4,000 new cases in Florida yesterday, it's not over, folks. I'm sorry, it's just not. And yeah, we're still taking it serious. We got out of the house after Scott got back from his workshop, and he wore a mask and he didn't touch anything while he was there. He came home and we hung out for a while here. And then I said, you know, I'd really like to get out of the house. So we went and got in the truck and drove around trying to find some place to get just a little cup of ice cream. Well, it was packed. Nobody was wearing masks. And finally, I said, let's just drive around. So we drove up to Decasville and Slater and Marietta. And in Slater, there is a tiny, old-timey drugstore. And they have the Scoop ice cream by Hershey's. And it was actually Mayfield. But we got butter pecan, and we told her we wanted 2 scoops. You guys, she filled a 16-ounce cup full of butter pecan ice cream. That's what we had for supper last night, because we each got that, and so we probably had a half a gallon of ice cream between us. And yeah, it was delicious, but not on a diabetic diet whatsoever. There's some black walnut trees that I've got to cut down in there. That's a shame that they came up there. It's too close to the house. And there's a weed in there. So yeah, I've got to get out here and do some weeding in the early mornings. I still need to finish cleaning out the gutter too. See, there's things growing in the gutter. I think it's gum trees. I hate gum trees. I hate them. So anyway, that's my little garden. And I need to walk this mower down to the garage. I might see if I can. All right. There we go. Let's see how long I stay connected. I'm outside trying to run on the Wi-Fi. Scott has not worked on the car this weekend. He got in the new brake for it, or new hubs. But his back, he's hurt his back, so he's been kind of taking it easy. I say that, and he's down in the garage. That's the flowering almond that I love so much. I will probably dig that up as well because I don't think my sister-in-law was too happy that I planted something here. So we got to push this down. Gosh, Scott had to kill some yellow jackets that were in the ground right by this tree. I'm glad I didn't get stung. We'll go down here over the Duke Boys jump here in the where the roots have pushed this up because you got to go up and over. Say yeehaw. There's the fig tree. I was going to try to root a fig tree for Isla too because all I have to do is set a brick on one of those low limbs. I cut it way back so that I can reach the figs, and it is covered with figs. I'm going to have to look up how to make homemade fig Newtons, I think. I know it's not on my diet, but it's something I've always wanted to do. We had spread chopped up grass and leaves right there in that row, and we're gonna we bought 2 bags of dirt, and we're gonna make some spots in that, and Scott's gonna plant melons and some pumpkins, and they'll probably take over this side yard here, but we're just gonna do an experiment. My seeds are so old. Some of my seeds I've had since the late 80s, early 90s, but if they can find seeds in tombs that still grow, I'm going to take my chances and see what kind of garden we'll have. But that was something we were going to do. We slept today because we were up late talking with Greg on the Facebook time. The oven at the house, it produced an F10, which is a runaway oven message, and Greg said it filled the house full of smoke. And he unplugged the oven, and I told him, I said, don't plug it in again until we can be down there. And Scott and I are going to try to get Greg to look up the model of it so we can order the parts that the internet says we'll probably need. So yeah, that was excitement at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to step in the garage, and I might lose you guys, and we'll see what Scott's up to. That doesn't look like he's taking care of his back too good, but, you know, he's having fun. And I'll get up early tomorrow and mow. Oh, looks like he's trying to see. Did you hear something moving up there again, or?
No, I'm pulling the cedar down.
Oh. It's just little short pieces of cedar?
Yeah.
That's what Uncle Jesse was putting in the closets, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I did a video yesterday, but I haven't uploaded it yet about the project Scott's working on, so that'll be coming. And Scott's got part of that on his phone. So that's what he's been doing down here. He's working on that project and something else. Oh, we could tell them about what's living in the wall over there.
Yeah.
There's honeybees in the wall. I'm going to take you outside and see if I can show you where they're coming in. They're inside the cinder blocks. So to be able to get them out of there, you'd have to tear the garage apart, and we're not going to do that. But let me walk around here and see if we can see some going in. I might lose you. Because I'm as far away from the internet connection as I can get. You see them? Wow, they're really busy today. They're like right in this area. There's honeybees. I don't know if I can. There we go. See them? Busy little guys. We thought they were inside the garage, but they're not. It's like they've gone under the siding, and they're down inside the blocks. They're so busy. I don't want to get in their path. That's when you get stung with honeybees, is when you get in their direct path to their hive. So as long as you respect their path, they won't sting you. Or if you act afraid of them, they'll sting you. You've got to be, you know, in a positive frame of mind.
Sometimes they will
Oh,
attack using like a gasoline engine, like a lawn mower or weed eater.
yeah, they don't like noise either.
I'm gonna test that this evening.
Oh, well, that's sounds like a great idea. I can't seem to get this thing to back out. I see what Mary's saying. Come on. Now that I got y'all in close, I can't back you back out. And my phone is getting really hot. Here. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Well, I'll show you the baby figs since I can't seem to back out. See the little figs? Oh, there's some. I just saw a couple. There's one back in there. Two little figs on the fig tree. There's some. I just have to be faster than the birds because the birds will come and eat this all up. Every time I try to get it to go down where I can read what you guys have just said, it tries to put people in timeout. So I guess I'll let you guys go since I can't seem to change it from the close-up now. I can't. Oh, wait. Is it doing it? Whoop, whoop. It did it.
Doing it.
Yep. That's why I hate gum trees. Look at all them gum balls.
Look how tore a driveway up.
Yeah, a gum tree did that too. That one right there. Because they're massive.
Oh, we got little figs.
I know. I was just showing them the little figs. That tree there is a holly tree, but you can see that it's right there. It's hollowing out from the inside. It's dying from within. So every time we have a windy storm, we think, oh, is it going to take that holly tree? And then the English ivy is going to choke that tree out if I don't clip it free. It's pretty, but man, is it invasive. So I believe Scott's ready for a break, and we need to go get some lunch or something. And I'm going to let you guys go, and thanks for tagging along with a little short walkabout. And I had just enjoyed Mary's little visit in her garden. I thought I would share ours. So I'm going to take care, and you two too. Bye, guys.